This is Eric from Pack Hacker, and today we're taking a look at the New Things Lab MEMO Whiteboard wallet, which I've been testing for the past 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, make sure you subscribe so we can continue making content like this to help you travel smarter. Let's dive in. So as you can see here, the exterior of this thing is metal. This is a 6063 aluminum. This is a really common grade of aluminum that you see in different household products. It's durable and it's also pretty lightweight. So this thing isn't gonna really weigh you down, or even like opening and closing, it's not gonna like slow you down, or like it's not gonna be cumbersome, and it isn't. So it's created using a CNC machine, which is let me make sure I say it right, a computer numerical control machine. So these are basically, you put the design into the machine and then it cuts it for you. And so that means these things are very, very precisely cut, and you're getting exactly what New Things Lab designed for you, which is really cool to see. It's just you can like tell that they put a lot of effort into the design of this wallet. So we've got charcoal black, which is this colorway here. There's also slate gray and gilded rose. So all three of those the colors are still very sleek. They don't really take away from the minimalist design of this thing, but you do have those three options to work with, at least at the time I'm shooting this video. We do have a logo here on the front, the MEMO, and then New Things Lab there on the front, but on the back side there's no logo. So I think that's small enough for me. It doesn't really bother me. And if it does bother you, just turn it over and then you don't have to look at it while it's sitting on your desk. So this wallet actually, it does open up, but before we open it up, you actually don't open it to get your gear. So you have 2 slots here that you can stow cards in, 3 on each side. So I've got 3 on each side right now, and they just pop up by using that little oval here. So you pop it up and your first card comes out, and then if you pop it up again, sometimes you get 2. This time I just got 1, so I popped that up, and then last one, 3 cards inside there. Sometimes they do come out together, but most of the time it's just 1 at a time. I've noticed more the second 2 will come together more than the first one with anything. But you have to kind of get used to how you stack your cards. So the card you want most often, put in the front so you can grab that quickly and go, like a transit card here. But you obviously can fit 6 cards total, no cash or anything like that. Very minimalist wallet. So if you're traveling somewhere where you don't need to bring cash, this is a good option. 6 cards, no cash, no nothing else. But once we open it up, as you can see here, there is a whiteboard inside. So we have a big whiteboard here that opens up like this, and then we've got a pen that slides in the side here, and then that kind of rests in that side too. So you can open it and close it. And it doesn't smudge or anything like that because of how it's designed. And you have quite a bit of canvas to work with here. Something to note is that the pen, if you don't stow it correctly, it will come out. I shook it so it came out, but if it's not stowed correctly, it'll just kind of fall out, and then when you open the wallet, it'll open. But if you really kind of put the eraser end first, I found, then it kind of like snaps, and on the bottom you don't have as much of an issue. But this is nice while you're traveling because you can write down, if your phone dies or something like that, or you want to get directions from someone, you can write down the directions, or you can write down your itinerary for the day. You can play games on here, like you can play tic-tac-toe or something like that. Or if you like to doodle, it's really a pretty big surface, as you can see compared to my hand there. So you can fit a lot of gear on there. But just for like EDC stuff, like I wrote down soccer games that I want to watch this week, and then I have a to-do list, so I can actually just write on there right now that I have done my shoot video task, and I still need to convince Tom that Snack Hacker is a good idea. But very easy to do. It is a bit loud when you close it, but if you close it slightly like that, you're fine. So talking about packability, I'm going to close this up real quick, and as I do, I'm going to note that I hit that with my finger to scrub it up, so that was not me closing or opening the wallet. As you see, I didn't stow the pen correctly, and that is something to know that it can get on your finger or whatever if you were to rub it. But as far as packability goes, this thing is pretty minimalistic. You see, it can fit in the palm of my hand, no issue fitting in any of my pockets, and it will fit in a lot of feminine sized pockets as well. Fit it in a sling, no problem. Even a small sling, this fits in some of my smaller slings as well. And as far as packability goes, as far as using this thing, I don't think I have huge hands, but I can easily carry this with one hand like this and grab onto it, and I could walk and write if I wanted to. So that's just not really a packability thing, but just usability, that this thing is small enough that, as you can see, I can get really 2 fingers on this side if I wanted to, 3 fingers on this side. So even if you have smaller hands, you could probably get a thumb and a pinky to kind of hold this thing. So just really just small, and can do everything it needs to do in a small package. So it just fits where you need it to fit. So these 2 wallets might seem like they couldn't be further apart, But I found that if you were to describe these without necessarily saying what material they're made of, they are pretty similar. So obviously we have 2 slots on this wallet to hold our cards, 2 different places to hold cards. We also have 2 different places to hold cards on the Chum's surf shorts over here. One on this side and then one on this side. They're also very similar footprints. So as you can see, they're very similar size. Sorry, I was off frame there a little bit. Even when packed out, they're really pretty similar sizes. So this is my Chum surf shorts that I use every day. It is a bit wider than the MEMO wallet here, but overall, like if you just go by footprint, they're pretty similar. Obviously, there are some pretty stark differences with what you can stow inside of here. You obviously can stow your keys on this wallet, and there's a bunch more room inside these pockets. You can fit way more than 3 cards per side. But that isn't necessarily a good thing, because in my time using the Chum's wallet, I found I put way more stuff in there than I need to. This limits you to just the 3 cards on either side, and it cuts down on clutter whether you want to or not. You can't fit more than that. Obviously, you can't fit your keys, and you can't, put like any other extra goodies that you might be able to fit inside here. But this cuts down on clutter, especially for a trip where you're trying to be more minimalist, or like your EDC, you're trying to cut down on gear. You can't really fit as much inside here, but you also have this writing surface, which obviously is the big selling point of this wallet. So there you have it, the New Things Lab MEMO Whiteboard wallet. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.